What is up, YouTube? My name is Aiden, otherwise known as BarkingLynx, and welcome to the next episode of Let's Mine. So, a little quick thing. I screwed up when I was making my Let's Solves, because I'm stocking up on videos, as you all know, and actually, this should be during that time of me being stocked up. I went ahead and created all my Let's Solves, but what I accidentally did was I loaded up my world in a different Minecraft version. So what it ended up doing was it deleted everything, pretty much, almost everything. It deleted all the unnatural elements of my world, so like my copper, my aluminum, my tin, what else? It deleted a lot of my world stuff. I even went down to the mines themselves and found some materials that I had yet to obtain. I'm gonna go ahead and block these off. And they were gone. They were just deleted. Even when I reloaded my world in the correct Minecraft version, they were still gone. So there was really nothing I could do about it. So what I went ahead and did was I reloaded my world, reloaded it, and then using creative mode, I went back and recreated everything. It is all pretty much the exact same thing, minus a couple tiny details that I didn't get done. That sounds really close. Ah, nuts. I know where they're at. Look who's in my attic! Oh my gosh, there's a Ah! Okay. So, yeah, I screwed up, I'll admit. And so I went into creative mode. Ah! Ah, get out! Get out! Okay. I went into creative mode and recreated my world just so I could fix everything. I didn't change anything. I didn't change anything major besides just trying to recreate the world. I didn't give myself anything else, so here's what's in my chest, and if you really want to, you can go back to my previous videos and look at what I had. I believe everything in these chests is the same. I didn't add anything. I didn't take anything away. I did get those those diamonds from the Nether. Yeah. So along with my world restarting, the unfortunate part about it is anything that I've collected has also reset. So all the materials that I went and got, they came back. So what does that mean? That means they're off limits to me. So for example, I remade my nether portal, and my nether fortress is still going to be in there with all its chests full. So any chests that I've collected in the nether fortress, I'm not allowed to touch. If they're there, what I'll probably do is I'll go in and... oh yeah. I'll go in and delete them. Or not delete them, but take all the items inside and destroy them. I'll probably do that. But on a code of honor, I'm not going to touch anything in the chests that I've already collected. That includes the villages that I've gone out to before. Those are off limits. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just empty out my stuff. And just have my inventory less cluttered. Alright, that's good. So, yeah, nothing changes. I'm going to continue on with the Let's Play as usual. I'm going to repeat this, of course, on Monday with my next episode of Let's Play. But I even went down here and I fixed everything. I even went so far as to put the 6 oak wood planks in there. I relit the mine up, and as you can see, what I did, this isn't even mined. All I did was just put cobblestone blocks to say that I had previously mined there, so anything that was in there is gone. There's nothing else I can do about it. I'm not going to go back and get those. We're just going to continue off where I left off and keep going down this path. And yeah, that's how it's going to work. Nothing is changing. And anything I've collected before, even though it's there again, I'm not going to go get it again. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I'm not entirely sure if this is where I left off on my mining stuff, but I figured it'd be good enough to work with, and as I can already see, I'm left with that. The one thing that's unfortunate, yeah, I think I'm farther than I've been before because I don't remember collecting an emerald right there, so that's good. The only biggest downside about this is all my armor and stuff has been reset, so I mean, it's not that big of a deal since at some point it's going to be destroyed. As long as this doesn't happen again. I remade the world, then I took the world and copied it. I think if I go this point, I'll be collecting old materials, so I'm not going to do that. Also, as a note, I lost all my levels too, so even though I left off with like 6 or something, so either way, I'm pretty much starting from scratch, but not scratch. But yeah, let's get into this, back into the mining thing. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna make all my mining episodes right now, and then just continue on with my Let's Play. So in my Let's Play, I'm going to end up having a bunch of materials, and yeah, so here we go. Actually, I probably won't do it for this one. I'll probably make this episode first, and then on episode 9, yeah, episode 9 of my Minecraft Let's Play, I'll explain what happened, and then I'll go ahead and make all my Let's Mine so that things make sense and nothing's wrong. But yeah, this stuff does happen, unfortunately. I mean, this is kind of a first time for me, and now I understand what I need to do next time. Try not to screw up. I mean, but yeah. Either way, I'll try not to have it happen again. It's water in the bridge now. So anyway, let's go ahead and start talking about my life. Let's see, so last time I believe where we left off was Becky David. And I'd gotten in trouble with the teacher for getting a drink of water, and that was a really dumb point in my life. Either way, after that, I went to, my dad and I moved to Alton, Illinois. Alton, Illinois, I've got to say, is a crappy town. It sucks. My dad moved there. My dad wanted to move there because we found a really nice house. And I have to admit, it was a really nice looking house. It was pretty big. It was decent sized. And yeah, so we moved into that house, and we already spent the money on it, so might as well stick around. So we did that. And I went to Alton Middle School. Along with the town itself being crappy, the schooling system is no better. Kids there were pretty vicious. I mean, middle school isn't exactly the best time for anyone. Definitely wasn't for me. I don't know a lot of people who actually had a lot of good times in middle school. So I mean, it seems it's weird, but it seems like everyone has a bad time. Even the people who are being the snotty jerks have a bad time in middle school. So either way, that's kind of my representation of middle school now. Is it's just it's not really the best of times for anyone. Ah, jeez. All right, let's go ahead and just grab this. All right, well, I didn't grab it. Let's just go. But yeah, it wasn't a cherry farm or anything like that. It wasn't fun. So, but I went there for 3 years, 6th through 8th grade, or wait, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 3 years. Doesn't make any sense because 8 minus 6 is 2, but if you consider it, you go through an 8th year, then it's 3 years. But either way, makes sense to me. So I've got kind of a few stories in that area. Let's see. Like most people, I had a bully. I mean, I really don't know what this guy's problem was with me, but he just picked fights with me, and I wasn't at that point where I was just like, I don't want to fight anyone, and I prefer just to ignore everyone who I don't like. I wasn't at that point yet. I mean, that came later. Actually, I think that came out because of him, that I just ignored people I didn't like. And so, in a way, it was kind of a good experience to have him as a bully, but, I mean, it still made things really annoying. But, yeah. He just picked on me and stuff like that. He'd pick fights with me for what seemed like no reason, or little reasons whatsoever. And it got me in trouble sometimes. I mean, it got him in more trouble, of course, because, I mean, it was him who was picking the fights and not me. So, yeah. But, let's see. First year, alright, I was asked out by a girl. Kind of gonna go a little bit into the relationship area. I don't really have much of a relationship life. I have some relationships, and I'll talk about those later. But this one girl asked me out, and it was through that, like, really childish way where you just pass a note to the guy or girl, and it's just like, hey, will you go out with me sometime? Circle yes or no. And I just kind of sat there and I laughed to myself, because I was like, wow, this is really lame. And I didn't really know the girl, and I think at that time I actually knew she was dating someone else, and I think she was just trying to date every single person in the school. I don't know. But I said no, because I figured I was too young to really date anyone. My gosh, this world is full of emeralds. I figured I was too young to date anyone, and so I just said no. And yeah, I guess she was cool with it. We ended up being friends after that. We hung out every so often. We'd walk to school together. That was actually a big thing that I really got into in middle school, was actually walking to school, because I hated the bus system. I actually walked to school when I was in elementary school. Gosh, there's a lot of school words going around. Yeah, I walked to elementary school when I was little. Like, I think I started walking to school, gosh, when I was in 2nd or 3rd grade. And, I mean, it wasn't a short walk at all. It was a good mile. I mean, some people that doesn't seem like a lot, but for a little kid, that's like driving a car to a job a half hour away. So, yeah, I just didn't really like riding the bus that often. And I mean, it really showed when I got into middle school because kids were jerks on the bus. The last time I rode the bus, I used to wear glasses because I guess my eyesight was just pretty bad back then. I mean, my eyesight now is a 20/20 vision, so I don't need glasses anymore. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing. I'm actually due for an eye doctor's appointment at some point, so I'll need to do that at some time. Let me turn down my sound. Yeah, I'm due for an eye doctor's appointment. But I used to wear glasses, and this one kid behind me, because I'd sit up front. I mean, I like sitting up front because it's the fastest one to get out. The faster I'm off the bus, the happier I am. So I'm sitting up front, and this kid behind me reaches over, and I don't even think I knew them. Like, this is just some random kid being a jerk, and they reached over the seat and hit me, and it ended up they ended up hitting me in the head, or well, in the face, and my glasses, I don't remember how long I had my glasses, but they had been there for, I think I had them for about a good 2 or 3 years. And so they were pretty old, and the lens broke. Obviously, being hit in the face with glasses on and the lens breaking, the glass has to go one direction, right in my eye. So yeah, the lens, it didn't shatter, luckily. It just broke off. So it wasn't pieces of glass. But yeah, just the glass, the whole glass piece just went into my eye. It just really hurt. It wasn't, no, I think I might have had a corneal abrasion, or is that right? I think that's right. Yeah, I think I had an abrasion on my eye, but nothing serious. I didn't have to go to the eye doctor and wear an eye patch or anything. I didn't become a pirate. But I mean, that was kind of the last day I decided to ride the bus. It was just like, I'm done. I'm sick of riding the bus. So after that, I walked to school every day. Rain, sleet, or snow. I just didn't want to ride the bus ever again. So yeah, I stopped riding the bus and just walked. It's pretty nice. I like it because it's peaceful. With riding the bus, if I have an iPod or something like that, I can listen to music, and I can just kind of be in my own head. So a lot of things never change. For example, driving is a big one. I love driving everywhere, and anytime I get to drive, it's just awesome because I get to put on the radio and just get to think. I'm a very good driver, I have to admit. I've never been in an accident. I've never had any close calls with anyone. I mean, there's been some, like, that was kind of close moments, but nothing like, holy crap, it was a moment of life or death right there. Nothing like that. I've always been a good driver, and that's just because I'm pretty self-aware of what I'm doing and where I'm going. So, yeah. So I love driving a lot. It relaxes me, it calms me down. And that was actually something that I had as a little kid. Anytime I was having huge issues sleeping or something, or I just wasn't feeling good, my dad would just take me into the car and drive me around, and I'd just fall asleep right in the passenger seat or the back seat. So yeah, driving is a pretty relaxing thing for me. So yeah, I've never been in an accident. I have been a passenger to accidents. The very first accident I ever been in was actually a couple years ago. Let's see, I think it was junior year or sophomore year, I can't remember. But sophomore year of high school or junior year of high school, and I was coming back from a Christmas break, and my mom picked me up from the airport, and we were just driving back. Well, on the way back, a driver came off the wrong way of a freeway and drove into our lane. And I think it was a drunk driver. More than likely it was a drunk driver. But my mom was unsure what to do at that time, because if she had swerved right, it's possible she could have hit traffic, or traffic with us. But the thing is, it was like, I think it was like 12 o'clock at night. So she should have gone right, because the guy was heading straight towards us. And so instead of going, darn it. Alright, I'm going around this. No, crap. Alright, instead of going, instead of going right, she tried doing a swerve to the left. But I guess the drunk driver had figured out that he was in the wrong side of the road, so he also went left. And when my mom turned, she actually did a U-turn. So it caused the right side of our car to be exactly where the driver was coming at, which I was in the passenger seat. So I was at the point where the driver was going to hit. So it hit the right door. I was okay. I wasn't hurt or anything. It was just like a dent in the car. But then the drunk driver just drove off. We got his license plate. We got his license plate, and we called the cops and told them what happened. And what was funny is the cops didn't even care. Like, maybe they cared, but they didn't really seem interested. Because they said they couldn't find the guy. And what was hilarious was we did our own search on the internet. We typed in the guy's license plate, we found the car, and we even went to their house, and there was still paint from my mom's car on the guy's car. So we thought it was really stupid. I think the insurance stuff worked out, and my mom got money back, and she was all good. But yeah, that was kind of the first wreck that happened. So yeah, anyway, back into middle school area. I like to walk to school, as I said. Girl asked me out. I said no. I'm just kind of doing a recap here because I'm going to be ending the episode very shortly. But yeah, that was kind of about it. I mean, I'll have some more stories to tell when I get into my next episode. I'm just kind of ending the episode here. I'm going to start heading back. But yeah, that's kind of what happened with my first car wreck. I mean, it happens. Sometimes you can't avoid it. Sometimes you can. I've been able to avoid it so far, and I plan on keeping that streak alive. I mean, I don't want to hit anyone, because I mean, the worst part about hitting someone is it's not just you, but it's the person you hit, the person that you're with. I mean, so many things can go wrong when you get into a car wreck. So I've been a pretty good driver, and yeah, there we go. But yeah, that's kind of just a small little tidbit about driving experience for me too. But let's see. I'm trying to kind of think on what I want to talk about for the next episode of Let's Mine. I mean, there's a couple more stories. I had a music class. I'll probably talk about that. Yeah, I mean, middle school, it was just kind of... It was a lot of annoyance. That's pretty much how I can sum it up. It was very annoying. There was a lot of crap that I didn't like. And I wouldn't want to do it again. And luckily for me, I never have to. I mean, it's one thing that I don't have to ever do again. Anyways, so that's the end of the episode, guys. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Let's Mine. As always, have a wonderful evening. Drive safe out there if you are a driver. But yeah, once again, as I mentioned before, there are no questions of the videos for the Let's Mines. So thanks for joining me. Please leave I don't know. You don't have to leave a comment, but if you have an experience that you'd like to actually talk about, go ahead and leave it in the comments down below. I might give a shout out. It's nothing, no promises, but it might be something fun. I might leave Let's Mines for that one. You can email me at barkinglynx@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at BarkingLynx. And yeah, see you in the next episode of Let's Mine, and see you in the next episode of Let's Play Minecraft. Have a good one, guys.